however, there will be no match against the Stalker Void Ray army, and they choose to burrow and leg it out of there. Need to be reinforced by these Hydras before they can engage with this army from the Protoss. However, it does look like he's going to have some very good saturation right here at the high yield. Would not be surprised if he's interested in taking a 4th and a 5th very, very soon. If you look at that mineral count, it is very, very high. Let's go over to the income tab. He's almost a third ahead in minerals and a third ahead in gas as well. So that extra base really paying off right now. The harvester count is, he's got a 11 harvester differential right now. I always get confused with 9s and 11s for some reason. And 11 more roaches in production, getting up those upgrades as well. Missile attacks level 2, carapace level 1. And really has not been building any more speedlings. He's just transitioning into that Roach Hydra, able to pick off that Observer right there. With the Observer, this is pre-patch 1.2, so those Observers cost 50 minerals and 100 gas, which is quite a large investment for just a scouting unit. And here we do see that Glade is going to be taking his 4th and possibly his 5th quite soon, I would think. And it does look like that Glade will be spotting no 4th expansion. No 4th base from the Protoss, however, as does have the high ground right here, and a couple of cannons. Changeling going to be coming in here, however, the cannon should be able to protect that. That is indeed a Changeling. And here comes the army. He needs to put on some nice force fields, some good force fields. This one is a bit of a random misclick, but he has managed to isolate a lot of these roaches and the Hydras. The roaches actually needing to burrow underneath the force fields. However, the Observer is there to spot, able to take down a lot, get off a lot of free shots on those roaches and Hydras, so a lot of damage done right there. Would not be surprised if Az went to a transition into Colossi as we saw in that last game, just because the Colossi are so good against the Hydras. And here we do have a Changeling just going to be sitting right here. Not sure if Az realizes quite yet that that is indeed a Changeling. There we go, there he does realize that, and just a huge army from both players right now. Spire also on the way. If we take a look at the army tab, it's actually Glade who has a huge advantage at the moment. 200 out of 200 compared to Az's close to 150. And you just count out those additional larvae that he's going to be able to reinforce with also quickly, and Glade is definitely ahead right at the moment. Able to stab between these bases currently. Looks like he will be doing a push. And as only just now aware of this push, he's going to be trying to get his units into position, try and get the high ground. Needs to put up a Guardian Shield and some choice force fields to isolate some of the roaches and Hydras away from the main army. And here we do have 2 battlefronts right now. Going to be taking down this forge and rushing into this Nexus, I would believe. But it looks like there were so many forces from Glade at the moment. Even if he loses this entire army, he's going to be able to reproduce ever so quickly. But the robotics bay is almost done for Az, so some Colossi should be on the field quite soon. A lot of Hydralisks on Stalker action going on at the moment. These 2 Void Rays trying to take down as many as possible, getting focused down by the Hydras, but this does allow the Stalkers to get off their own free shots on the Hydras, and it does look like that Az will be able to win by the skin of his teeth, just with some reinforcement right here. Changeling going to be running in just to spot how many forces that Mr. Az does indeed have. And just Az, if you look at his next side, he's been really staying on top of his Chrono Boost. This 3rd expansion even very low on energy. But it does look like that Glade has indeed reinforced very quickly. Should be going in for another push quite soon and take another base. I would not be surprised if he's just going to build a ton of auxiliary hatcheries, just because he's fielding so many minerals right now. He could probably just go in with a ton of speedlings and do tons of damage right as of this moment to both of these bases, really. As this 2nd expansion is now feeling quite vulnerable to those faster units, and could be used to push this army out of position. I mean, they have to go up here to defend, and then you stab in here with your main forces with the Roach Hydras just to take down this 2nd base very quickly and duck out. But it does look like that Glade will be close to maxed once again. Probably going to be focusing on those upgrades quite soon. He does not have a 5, so he cannot get to level 3, but he's currently 2-1. Whereas Az is currently 1-1, so a little bit ahead. Going to be trying to get out a lot of gateway units. However, it does look like he was close to supply cap just then. Az in the series has been getting supply capped a little bit more often than anyone would like, I guess, but Glade just going to seize this opportunity to take his 4th. He's very safe at the moment. Would not be surprised, like, he did pull away his Overlords and Overseers from this gap, but would not be surprised if he did just replace them right there just to do some spotting. And here we do have the first Colossi is on the way. Where's that Colossi? It's right here. Should be able to spawn here on the high ground as this push comes in but it does look like that Glade is going to be massing at the front. Lots of Corruptors on the field as well. Going to be anticipating those Colossi as well as dealing with those Void Rays. And it looks like a huge push is coming in from Glade. He wants to finish it right here. However, he chooses to back away as he sees those two cannons. Instead, he's going to be focusing down this tech structure. The Colossus will not get out. So that's a huge loss right there for Az. And it does look like that with the high ground spotting from Glade, he is going to be able to wreak havoc upon the tech structures of Az. If he wanted to, he can take down this gateway and possibly the pylon with the Hydras only. Would not be surprised if he actually took this expansion as well from Glade, just to get some creep spread right here. Bury down some overlords, perhaps a queen or two to get off some nice transfuse action, also putting down some creep tumors just to get those Hydras into position a little bit longer. Infestation pit on the way, as well as flyer attacks level 1. Where's the infestation pit? Where are you, infestation pit? This matters. This really does. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? This is gonna bug me if I don't find it. There it is. There's the infestation pit, so we should be able to see some broodlords on the way quite soon, or perhaps some infestors. But going for another little poke, going to try and take down this pylon, which will supply cap. As just manages to finish another pylon before that one goes down. So some nice anticipation right there. Oh, perhaps luck. Surprised that Az hasn't put down a ton more cannons, just because there's no cooldown for when you build cannons. And looks like a huge engagement will be coming in here. Some nice force fields, able to isolate a little bit of the army. Some of the army is not able to fire, but this Colossi is just going to be wreaking havoc, and it got focused down by the Corruptors. But just too many Void Rays on the field from Az at the moment, as well as Stalkers able to clean up all these Hydralisks and the Corruptors as well. Just so many Void Rays, about 6 or 7 on the field as well as a ton of Stalkers, so a very good composition right there from Az. Very good defense. Looks like he will be able to push out here, possibly take a desperately needed 4th base. However, this circling will be delaying that base for a little while longer as the Observer tries to get into position. And Glade running out of minerals in the main. However, he is sitting very comfortably on 4 bases compared to Az's 2. So Az desperately needs to expand quite soon, or else face starvation. However, it does not look like he's interested in taking down this speedling quite yet. Does he see it? No, he doesn't. Oh, he does now with the cannon. And I'm just going to be putting down that Nexus as well. Only using this expansion for gas though, so he's really on 2 base. 2 base, yeah, all these drones are idle at the moment. They need to be ferried over to here desperately. Possibly build another hatchery here soon. Yeah, we do see the ghost of that building, just to match this new Nexus to maintain the advantage. And here we do see that Glade has re-macroed up. He will be pushing in here with a lot of more Speedlings right now. Speedlings very good against the Stalkers because they can just get a surround out, restrict the movement and get off a ton of hits. And those cannons just going down very, very quickly. Not sure if they have the speed attack upgrade. We'll check that later. I don't think we have a sign of a hive though, however. All these Corruptors will be facing off against the Void Rays. However, the Void Rays have the advantage of being able to attack the ground, and the Stalkers really just need to take down these Roaches and Hydras, and they will be able to clean up the rest of these Corruptors. However, it does look like that Glade will have too much at the moment. He's overwhelming with Roaches and Hydras and Corruptors. The Corruptors just so in mass, we're able to take down those Void Rays so quickly, and it looks like he will be denying this expansion and just starving Az out at the moment. Going to take down this pylon. Should be able to take down this pylon, as it is quite free. And there it is, and just all Az has on the moment are like a few units, right, as you see here. And we look at the units tab, is 77 to 64 harvesters. The army differential is just so huge, and Az does call game, so it's 100 food differential. So we did see some nice overwhelming tactics right there from Moonglade, even taking up a 5th base, 6th base, and I can count. Shut up. And yeah, Az is for. I keep needing to call him Gaz. Az does call GG, so the series does currently stand at 2-1 in favor of Moonglade. Please join me for game number 4 to see if Glade is able to shut out the finals. Not shut out, but close out. And thank you for watching. Bye.